and you are listening to ROXX100.com.
The Big Rock.
The Big Rock. Keeping the music alive.
Bon Jovi. Lenny Kravitz.
Hey, all you rockers. This is Johnny J, your host for The Big Rock. Catch me right here on ROXX 100 as we are keeping the music alive, rocking the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The Big Rock on ROXX 100.
Rock. The Big Rock. The Big Rock.
Everything that rocks.
Wanna feel your best before making an arrest. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets when you don't want mentality. Avoid police brutality. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
Cop pockets, filled with juicy jelly, mouth-watering maple and bacon, and creamy custard on a crispy donut.
When you want an easy meal while you're busting that your deal. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
The cop meal in a pocket.
What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
Hey kids, would you like to be a rock god the likes of David Lee Roth in his heyday? Then you need to get the
RIKKI ROXX Rock God Starter Kit.
Each kit comes complete with black nail polish, eyeliner, sparkly scarf, an actual chick magnet, a velvet jacket to make all the girls go wild, and an over-the-hat skull cap with bandana accessory. Act Now will also include a handy booklet showing you all the best places to wear your sunglasses at night. Regularly a $29.95 value, now yours free when you take advantage of this fabulous offer. But don't act just yet. We'll also throw in a wall poster chart diagramming all the best rock bases to enchant your audience, proven to wet the ladies' panties in mere seconds. For all you newbies, this great kit also includes a CD demonstrating how to push your voice for the radio, taught by RIKKI ROXX himself. So quit being a big puss and man up rock style with the
RIKKI ROXX Rock God Starter Kit.
Now yours for just $29.95 plus $99.95 shipping and handling. Call now. 1-800-ROCK-GOD. That's 1-800-ROCKGOD. Now. Operators and tattooed hookers are standing by to take your order.
Did you wake up this morning with a nasty rash and nothing but regret? Did you go home with a sweaty bass player last night? Did you wake up wanting to chew your own arm off because some skank's laying on it? Are you feeling a burning itching sensation in your crotchal region? Do you feel like you need to scratch your ass with tree bark? Are you walking around like you were banged with a Scud missile? Did you meet someone at the bar you thought would actually call you back? Idiot! Then you need Skankosporin. It'll cool that burning sensation before you do the walk of shame to the cab. That's Skankosporin Itch Paste.
Available at In-N-Out Party Stores, Bottles and Stuff, 8 Mile Liquor, and Cunningham Drugs.
following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. It's Ricky Rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Ricky Rock Show, spreading like the pox. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks, yeah. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks, yeah. Ricky rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, enough. Let me turn this off. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna try to muster through a show. Here we are, episode number 142 of the Ricky Rock Show, right here on Rocks 100 and YouTube Live. And I am in all kinds of hungover pain, dude, pain.
With or without love.
Oh no. So, we actually do have a show here. I actually did muster together a show. We have our beer of the week, our pump it or dump it band of the week, our nuts and bolts we're going to get to in a minute. I thought we were going to have an interview today. I thought the Donnie Carnes thing was this week, but I guess it's next week. So we do not have a guest. So we're going to try to muster through the second hour the best way we can. We're going to do open lines and the whole bit. If you want to call in, if you want to do Zoom, whatever, let me know. We'll do that in the second hour. And during the breaks, I'll try to find some shit online maybe we can talk about or whatever. So, I guess we'll get right into our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. We'll give it a shot. This is a segment of the show where you send us your questions about anything having to do with anything. And we will give our totally unqualified opinions on whatever it is you ask. So this week, we have a question from Eddie. From Adrian, Michigan. He writes in, hey, I have a hypothetical question. Do you guys think at any point in the future, seeing where technology is going and everything going online to a point where live shows are a thing of the past, bands will just release music and maybe do virtual concerts? Larry, do you think there will ever be a time with technology now that live shows will be ancient? You know, things that it'll be something that people don't do anymore.
I would say, I mean, that's a maybe. I mean, you know, with the pandemic and everything going on, you know, you never know. I don't see it happening anytime soon, honestly. But you know, we do see the venues closing. You know,
yeah. There's
not many left to play around unless you want to, you know, travel far. Or, you know, to other states, maybe.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've lost a lot here, so.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of saw the beginnings of it with the pandemic and bands doing virtual concerts and stuff like that. And, you know, there were bands out there that did really well money-wise, you know, making money on their streams and all that. And, you know, and it's a thing, you know, bands are still doing it, doing virtual concerts and putting their things online on YouTube, subscription stuff. And, you know, so is it, you know, do I think there's going to be a time, you know, like you said, not anytime soon, but, you know, I could see where, you know, my kids being 1 and 8, when they're my age, I have a hard time thinking that, you know, going out and doing anything will be something people do.
Right.
You know, because, you know, now it's like my daughter pretty much just plays games online with her friends. Their friends don't have to come over or anything like that to play games or talk or anything like that. And with, like you said, venues closing and people staying home more, yeah, I definitely think, you know, like you said, not anytime soon, but, you know, I could see 20, 30 years down the line where, you know, if you're in a rock band, everything you do is going to be online. You're going to sell your music. You're going to do your music online. You're going to do your concerts online. And, you know, instead of bands paying to go on tour, they're going to be paying to upgrade video equipment or audio equipment and streaming equipment. And, you know, everything is going to streaming. So, yeah, 20, 30 years down the line, I can definitely see where live shows become a thing of the past. You know, at this point, you know, I think live shows are more of a, how do you, like local bands anyway, more of a social event rather than going to see the bands. You know, you're going to hang out with your friends and there just happens to be a band playing, you know, and kind of background noise,
right?
You know, and so, yeah, I could see that definitely moving, you know, when people stop wanting to go to bars as a social thing to do with their friends and all that. You know, I could see more people staying at home and drinking at home and having these killer video streams of concerts, you know, to have his backing noise and all that. So to Eddie, you know, not anytime soon, but definitely could see it happen in the future. We saw it.
Count it out.
Yeah, we saw it with the pandemic, and you know that was just you know, that was out of necessity, you know. But and then when everything opened up, obviously people went back out. But yeah, definitely in the future, I can definitely see it happening. So. To Eddie and Adrian, hopefully that answers your question. Larry. So I guess we can get into whatever the weekend and what'd you have going on?
Wednesday I celebrated my daughter's birthday at my house.
How old is she?
She just turned 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You know, what did you do for her birthday and all that? Did she have like her friends over or anything like that, or?
It was just, you know, daddy-daughter time.
Okay.
You know, bought her bike. She rode it everywhere. You know, I got a lot of exercise, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Took her home on Friday. Saturday, I had the graduation party show, which went over really well.
Okay, so explain how, you know, for people that weren't there or saw pictures or anything like that, what you guys did and where.
It was in New Baltimore, County Line in 23 at the VA American Vets building. First time we ever took our PA out and used it. It was a paying gig. They paid us good, $600. It was really good. Put on a pretty good show. You know, there wasn't a lot of people there. It was, you know, a graduation party for a friend that my son actually works with.
Yeah.
So, you know, we came there, we played, you know, for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. So was there like, you know, family there for the kid and all that?
Yeah, there was family there.
Were they kind of just hanging out in the back like, oh, we don't want to watch this rock?
No, actually, they were loving it. Well, they've came to our shows before.
Okay.
Like, his kids, you know, the kid who graduated, and, you know, he's got like 7 kids. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, you know, they've seen us before. That's why we got asked to play, because they loved us.
Mm-hmm.
We had a few friends come out. You know, my buddy Eric Jansen. We had Bianca Hendrich out. There was a few other ones. All my kids came.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of my friends. I mean, it wasn't a big. There's probably 75 people there.
Okay,
you know,
that's not bad.
So we played. You know, and tell you what, man, breaking a PA down, carrying it upstairs and loading it up and taking it out and setting it up and breaking it, that's a fucking job.
That's why they hire people to do that, Larry.
But it went over well. It went over well. And then today, you know, was my daughter's real birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was over at the X's.
Oh, how'd that go?
You know, I actually get along with all of her family.
Yeah.
You know, and her grandma loves me. So,
yeah.
So they had
when are you get back with Larry? Get back with Larry.
No.
That
will never ever
be. So grandma wasn't like, Larry, when are you get back with her?
No, she knows.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, like my thing was, you ever try to put me in jail? Yeah. And you put me in jail.
Yeah.
So even though it was dropped and I was out the next day, no, that's a no. You know.
Yeah.
So
she still put your ass in jail.
She did. And you know, I'm civil with her for the kids, you know.
Yeah.
And but it was a good time over there today. You know. And then I'm here.
Okay. So been hungover for 2 days. Okay. This is Rikki ROXX's weekend. Casting usually does band practice on like Wednesday, so usually I have to be out of there at a decent hour to go to work. It didn't work out that way this week, so we practice on Friday, and I'm like, the first thing that goes in my head, oh shit, we can get down. We can throw some back, me and the boys and all this shit. So our plan was, practice, have some drinks, and then go home. Roscoe, the guy who owns the garage up there in Lexington where we practice, he was having a little get together out back. They have a green area, so they're having drinks and whatever, hanging out, and they're like, dude, would it be cool if you guys kind of just ran through a set, for us, and then we'll get out of here and even practice. We're like, all right, cool, not a problem. So here we are playing a show pretty much in an auto repair garage for, a decent crowd. There were probably about 15, 20 people hanging out back there. And because I guess up in Lexington, everybody was doing their fireworks and shit on Friday.
Right.
So the whole damn street over there was just partying and shit. And so we did that and, took a break and all that, and drinks started fucking going, and chit and chatting started going. And by the end of it, I'm like, yo, dude, the sun's coming up. Maybe we should go home. And Jeff's like, yeah.
That's a good practice.
He's like, Jeff's like, well, Jeff was like, dude, my wife is blowing me up. She is pissed. And this was at like 1 or 2 in the morning. And he's like, I should go. I'm like, dude, how much more pissed can she get? You might as well hang out.
Right.
It's not like she's going to be any more pissed if you if you get home at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You're going to go home and you're going to be like, I should have stayed.
So I'm like, dude, let's just fucking hang out and shit like that. So Jeff has this big bottle of Fireball, this gargantuan thing, and that he always has on him because he's Jeff Land. He does that kind of thing. And I had, like the little flight ones. I had about 6 of those. And it brought some beer, and then Chad brought twisted teas. They're pretty good. Actually, they taste like iced tea, and I think therein lies the problem. They taste like fucking iced tea.
Right.
So you're just fucking hammering these things back, and I don't get hangovers, but yesterday or Saturday, I had the worst piercing hangover ever, and. This is horrible dad thing number one. So I had to watch the kids Saturday morning, and obviously it wasn't going to fucking happen, So I'm like, my daughter's 8 years old. I'm like, here's $5. Watch your brother. Daddy's going back to bed. And if he gives you any problems, because he pretty much slept until 3 when I finally got my ass out of bed. He pretty much slept, and then when he woke up, I'd change him and feed him and then go back to bed. And so I got such a late start on Saturday. My plan was to go see you play and go at like 5 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck, I just rolled out of bed at 3 and I have this hangover and I have to take the kids, to my mom's out in Warren, come all the way back. By the time I got back here, it was like 5:30-ish. And I was like, okay, maybe I can swing by and check out like the last little bit of your set. So I'm like driving down 23 Mile trying to get your Facebook page to open, and it's only giving me the last post you made. It won't load anything else. I'm like, fuck, I can't find the damn address. I'm like, I remember something about County Line Road, but I'm like, that's a long fucking road, so I'm not going to just go perusing down County Line Road trying to find like a VFW hall, so I'm like, dude, ain't going to fucking make it. So
honestly, I didn't know that place was right next, pretty damn near to the cop shop.
Oh yeah.
And like we're playing, and I had to we were sound checking, and my buddy Craig was there, and I was like, hey man, I need batteries for my wireless. So he goes to CVS. He's like, bro, CVS is like, it's not far, but it's at least like, a quarter mile. He's like, bro, I could hear you clear at CVS.
Oh shit.
But we didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Nothing, nobody was called. I mean, it was good.
Wow. New Baltimore. Look at you.
Right.
I'd figure all these people would be calling the cops in a minute. There's this damn rock and roll band.
I don't know if there was anybody around, being a holiday and stuff. So
yeah.
It was good.
I figure everybody, they're lake people,
Right.
So my plan was to go to your thing. Obviously didn't fucking happen. So, okay. I'm trying to think of, because yesterday's a fucking blur. I don't remember a lot of it.
Right.
So I'm going to try to muster my way through as much of yesterday as I can get through. So a friend of mine, Brian Sarrazin, who did merch for Ave Under Fire before they got signed. You know, he'd go out on the road with them and shit like that. His kind of like hobby is collecting fireworks. You know, so he'll like buy them throughout the year, get them imported from Florida and shit like that. And
oh, wow.
Like he's really into it. Like he's got like the pro thing, like he can detonate them remotely. You know, like a big fucking remote.
Well, I seen the live at like I seen the live. It was fucking pretty
so
good.
He's got like this big ass fucking remote that, you know, you hit it and then it lights the fuse and they blow up. So he's like because he had his whole backyard was like full of fireworks, and he's like across the street, you know. Got to be safe,
right?
And you know, hitting the buttons and shit like that. And he has like the grand finale button and just all these different buttons to light off all these fuses. And he's like, "Yeah, no, I don't buy $10,000 all at once. I buy them throughout the year, you know." And I'll, you know, he knows all the fireworks stuff. Like, oh, this new thing came out. I definitely got to get it, and he'll just save them throughout the year. And then 4th of July, he'll blow it all up, you know. Right. So, you know, I didn't know if I was going to know anybody, so I'm like, I got to bring somebody with me, you know. So, you know, I've been hanging out the net from Through Our Eyes, you know, here and there, and she's like, well, I'll go. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know, drinking bro. So, so I go pick her up, and we head down. It's down in Lincoln Park, and you know, in exchange for the ride, she buys me a. Look at this for size. One of these sizes of Jack Fire. So I'm like, dude, super cool, you know. And I had some beers that I had brought and a couple more of those little fireball things. Drinking happened again. Okay. I'm trying to, okay, so there were people there that I knew. Okay, so Brian was there, Annette came with me, and who else was there? Tim and Kate from Fatal Conceit were there as well, and Kate's kids were there. I met them for the first time. Sebastian and Kate, and awesome kids, and there were, you know, a bunch of kids hanging out. You know, Brian, it was a family-friendly thing. You know, they had trampoline and toys and stuff for the kids to do. While us fucking debaucherous, retarded humans are just drinking in front of all these kids. I felt like a horrible fucking human being, but, you know, it was a thing. So, you know, that ends, and, you know, we're kind of hanging out, and then it's like, hey, you want to come back to, Kay was like, you want to come back to Tim and our place, you know, to me and Annette, and we can hang out there, do karaoke and dance. I guess girls like dancing. It's a thing. So, so that happens. So more drinking happens, and come the morning, the bottle of Jack Daniels completely gone, you know, and I don't, you know, Kate wasn't drinking. I don't think Tim had any. Annette kind of did. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I killed the whole fucking bottle myself, you know, and I wasn't mixing, you know, you don't mix it. So I'm just there like
Typical
this.
Ricky Rocks, baby.
And I guess vodka happened at some point. You know, it was like this new bottle Kate and Tim had of like watermelon vodka. Wake up the next morning. That's completely fucking gone. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And so I get home at about noon today, and yeah, that was my weekend.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
You know, obviously you can tell by my silence that more happened, but for the first time in my life, it's way too crazy even for this show. And I've done crazy stuff. I've said crazy stuff on this show throughout the years I've been doing this.
Topper. It tops them all.
Yeah, the most debaucherous shit ever in my life happened. And I'm still like in my head, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. You know, I'm like, on one hand, I'm like, oh my God, that was the most amazing fucking night of my life.
Right.
On the other hand, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You know, so.
Damn, that good, eh?
It was fucking nuts. And, you know, and I felt so bad, you know, like this morning, you know, because I drove Annette up there and I was in no position to drive at 4 or 5, whatever o'clock. So, you know, she passes out on the couch and I can't sleep on her couch. So I find a bedroom and sleep there. At some point I wake up, you know, it's light out, you know, so probably 8 o'clock or something like that. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get Annette home. And so I'm trying to find my phone and all. Like I go downstairs, go to the couch where she was passed out a couple short hours earlier and she's not there. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? You know, is she okay? I don't know what the fuck happened. Did we kill her and bury her in the backyard? I don't know. Because at this point, I'm like, what the fuck happened last night? All this alcohol's just gone. And Chris Tucker, Ricky lost for words. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck happened to Annette? And I'm trying to find my phone. You know, I put it down somewhere. And you know, I finally find my phone and Annette's texting me. Just the text, it seemed like she was super pissed. And she's like, you know, I had to get home and you were supposed to take me home. And I'm like, oh shit, I feel fucking horrible. And I guess she got an Uber at like 6 a.m. from Lincoln Park back to Sterling Heights.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
You know, so, you know, but when I got home, I'm like, she's like, I'd much rather talk. And so I'm like, oh shit, she's going to be pissed. And no, and that was super cool. She's like, look, I just had to get home to my cats. You know, I had to feed them and do their thing. And you were in no position to drive. So, right. You know, she was like, I was in no position. I was surprised I could get Uber to fucking work, how tanked she was, I guess. And so she gets an Uber home and so it's all good. And that was fine with it. She was like, you couldn't have driven even if I did come find you and right. Say we got to go home. So,
I need to start hanging out with you guys.
It was fucking weird. What's going on in chat? Have a couple glasses of water before you go to bed after a night of boozing and carousing, followed by multivitamin known as reduced hangover symptoms. Steve tested and approved. Steve Engel, that would have been a great idea, but
he had other things on his mind.
Hence things I can't talk about. So yeah, I think that was the thing. Like I didn't eat or have any water like yesterday. Like I think I ate at like noon yesterday and I still haven't eaten yet today.
Damn.
So it's like between the 2 days of all this fucking drinking, I think I had one meal, you know, so I'm in a weird state of just kind of like I don't even want to eat because I know I'll just throw it up. You know, my stomach is just feeling like that, you know, so I'm kind of trying to get down some water and of course cut alcohol again.
Hey, that's the best cure for the hangover, man. You'll wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah, Jesus. It was...
I got water right here.
So much, dude. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm almost 40 years old. And I finally get to do this Motley Crue Van Halen shit at 40. Oh,
better late than never, brother.
It would have been a lot cooler if I was 21 or some shit like that where I can, you know...
Do it again.
Just keep fucking going for like a fucking week. But here I am, day fucking 3 of drinking. And thank God I don't have to work tomorrow. 4th of July.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. So, the weekend, it's definitely one for the books, dude. It was pretty rock and roll, dude. It was pretty rock and roll. Band practice went super cool. Nobody gives a shit, but Casting Shadows is doing the new music is going to happen at some point. Oh, and I guess the music video for Trust is done. They did the last scenes of that on Wednesday. That's why I didn't practice on Wednesday, because Jeff and Bob and Cheryl McCoy, who is the woman in the video, finally wrapped that up on on Wednesday. You see this chick, dude?
No.
This Cheryl. Oh my gosh.
Fill me in.
She is a looker, dude. Let me pull it up. And I'll throw it up there on the stream as well, so you can see who's going to be the female in the new casting video. Her.
Oh damn!
Freaking knockout, dude. I mean, like seriously.
I need to check for our 3 minute later video.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a good picture, the throw up, so you can see who's. She's a looker, and she's super cool, and you know, I've only talked to her on Facebook, but you know, Jeff has obviously met her. So I'm gonna try throwing it up here real quick so y'all can see who's gonna be in the new casting video. And source. I hate it. I should have probably pre-did this or lined this up earlier. All right, so I'm gonna throw it across here. There's Cheryl. She's gonna be the female in the Casting Shadows video for Trust. And I guess the premise of the video, and Jeff kind of filled me in on it on Friday. So the premise of the video is, you know, Jeff and her are an item, and she's texting another dude. And I guess he told me that they put my name in on the phone, so she's texting me supposedly. Yeah. So Jeff's like, yeah, you put Ricky in there. So, and then he takes the phone and is like, you know, they kind of do like an argument thing, you know, and he takes the phone, fucking throws it and shit like that. And you see Ricky and so, you know, that's kind of the premise of it, you know, trust. And, you know, the big scene, I guess, is she's doing her makeup in the mirror, getting ready to go out to hang out with me. And Jeff's in the fucking, the other side of the mirror, you know, the reflection, and singing the song while she's doing her makeup and shit. Oh, nice. So it's super cool. Hopefully that'll be coming out in the next couple weeks, and then we can finally be done with that album. So yeah, super cool. This weekend though, fuck. I don't want to talk. I'm going to say too much if I keep talking. So we do have a killer show. If you guys want to call in and talk or whatever, or maybe we'll just cut the show at an hour. If we'll see how it fucking goes. We're going to just play music and shit like that and hang out. So we have, we did our nuts and bolts, talked about the weekend. It's 7:30. Doing okay. Next week on the show, we will be talking to Donnie Carnes.
Yeah.
Correct, right? Next week it's going to happen. Okay, next week, Donnie Carnes from Fallen Stronger.
And he's like a no-filter guy.
No filter guy. So can you give the listeners a little bit of what we can expect from Donnie next week? Like, when you say no filter, what does that mean?
It means anything goes. I mean, of course, we're not going to get into politics. We're not going to get into any of that bullshit or anything like that. But yeah.
Will I get some crazy responses if I do go into politics? Like, if I'm going to get some good clickbaity, good video out of it, I'll go down that fucking road.
I mean,
just to prod at him.
He's honestly not really a politic guy. Like when we did the podcast with Rich Thompson over at Detroit State of Mind.
Yeah.
If you listen to that, boy, whew. And there was some stuff where Donnie was like, hey, can you edit that? And that? And Rich is like, fuck no, we don't edit shit here.
So what were you guys talking about to where he wanted to edit that shit out? Like what came up?
Some racist kind of things, and you know, fuck man, honestly I don't remember a lot of it because we did have a couple drinks and stuff, but
man.
I mean, nothing too bad, but you know.
Well, you just said racist stuff. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did you have to talk to him after be like, dude, if we do these interviews, you gotta.
I was like,
You need to shut up. You're just a rhythm guitar player, homie.
I don't think anything like that will come up, you know, on Ricky's show. But he's just a no filter guy. Like he tells you what he thinks. He doesn't care. He doesn't hold back. Like, you know. Yeah, Donnie's he's a different breed, man. He's a different breed, but he's a great dude.
So what are things that I can bring up to him next week that'll get him fucking going? Like, what are his like triggers? Like if I was like, yo, dude, you see the, bring up some news, dude, Joe Biden's fucking killing it right now. He's doing so great with the economy and gas prices
let's be like, the fuck are you talking
let's
about?
Get Biden for another 4 years.
Ricky, you're a fucking Democrat, right?
Biden 4 more years. What do you think, Donnie?
No.
Hopefully that fucking retard Donald Trump don't come back. What do you think, Don?
I mean, if you really want to rile him up, you could ask him about, hey, what happened to the dirt? What happened to dirt? What's going on with that? What happened? Why are you out of the band?
Dude, I just saw a picture that he was in that band. What do you know what happened? Because I'm kind of friends with Lou.
I mean, he's a little upset with them. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to tell the story, but I'll give you a little bit.
If people out there don't know who Dirt is, they're an Alice in Chains cover band here in Detroit.
And so in the beginning, he done a lot of things to get absolute anarchy. He pretty much he didn't put it together, but
Donnie did or Lou did?
Donnie.
Okay.
So, he kind of got pushed out of Alice in Chains or Dirt because, Noah stepped in. Mm-hmm. And, Donnie and Noah were really close. Donnie taught Noah some things and, so he kind of got pushed out of that a little bit, as Noah came in and he, there's some feuding and there was some things going on with Donnie and Tim, the bass player.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, there's some things that...
Is that Donnie? Shut the fuck up, Larry.
No, that's my fucking stepdad. I mean, Donnie will fill you in if you wanna get into that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can get into Donnie with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
it'll be a good, interesting show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it. If you guys out there can share this on your social media and all that would be great. We're going to get into our Pump It or Dump It band of the week. This is where we show you guys a band you would not have found out about otherwise. This week, we are... Man, why is my... Now I sound kind of weird and tingy, but anyway. This week, we have a band out of Helsinki, Finland, called FIREPROVEN. If you're into gent music, I guess that's a thing. Melodic metal and progressive metal, you might dig these guys. They have a new album out called Epilogue, released earlier this year. Excuse me. And one of their singles is called The Addict, and which we're going to play here in a minute. Info on these guys. FIREPROVEN is a progressive metal band from Finland. The band is known for their long imagery songs as well as their energetic live shows. Their first album, Future Diary, got great scores and multiple reviews. An international music video contest rewarded their music video Shine for Best Director of Photography. The band's unique sound has already inspired people in Europe and overseas. The band decided to take things to the next level by hiring a new lead vocalist, Sana Sola, back in December 2019. FIREPROVEN pride themselves on their technical abilities and musical versatility, breaking boundaries with their uniqueness. So that's a thing. Last week we had Raider out of Cardiff, out of South Wales, and their song Give It All You Got. It actually got 12 votes, so I'm going to reach out to those guys, see if we can't get them on the show, talk with those guys. It's going to be weird because there's a big time difference between Detroit and the UK. But we're going to play FIREPROVEN right now, and their song, The Addict. And then we'll come back, muster our way through Beer of the Week, and get on with it. So here it is, FIREPROVEN, The Addict, episode number 142 of the Rikki ROXX Show, ROX100.com. there it is. That was. There we go. Wrong. I forgot to hit the button. So yeah, there it is. That was FIREPROVEN out of Helsinki, Finland, and their song "The Addict." Check them out, facebook.com/FIREPROVENBand. And I think they have a website as well. I just don't remember what it was. So yeah, definitely check them out. If you dug it, head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/rocks100. Find the Pump It or Dump It Band of the Week post and give it a like if you dug it, or give it the face if you did not dig it as much. So Larry, what'd you think of that one?
I thought it was all right. I mean, she had a really good voice. Music was pretty good. You know, it was pretty good. I'd say pump that.
Yeah, Larry was like, "What is gent? What is gent music?"
I'm like, "D-gent? Is it like D-genital?" Like, I fucking don't know what that means.
It's like that, like horribly down-tuned, like down, like really low.
Boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
on
boom.
guitar. You know, your
Yeah,
guitar
yeah.
is deeper than bass, pretty much, and your bass is just in the basement, pretty much. You know, it's like drop down like 7 steps and shit like that. So yeah, super cool. FIREPROVEN, Helsinki, Finland. Still thinking about the weekend, dude.
Damn, man, fill me in. Nah, it's cool, man.
Oh,
you had a good weekend, and it was that good. Yeah, keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, there was a lot of filling in going on.
Filling me cracking.
Oh God, yeah. So we're gonna get into our beer of the week. This is the Hair of the Dog, I guess, edition. Just trying to get right with my life. God, we are not doing good today. Get out of the box, damn. Fuck. Okay, this week's beer of the week. Here is the can for all of you out there. This is Upper Hand Brewery out of Escanaba, Michigan, and their Lumen. This is an IPL, an India Pale Lager, 6.9% ABV, 0 IBUs. Picked this up for $12.99 for 6 12-ounce cans from B&B Beer and Wine right here in Chesterfield, Michigan. Head on over to B&B Beer and Wine, get some drinks there, and you'll be feeling just fine. Quick description on this one: a crisp, sparkling India Pale Lager that harmonizes the bright hop aromas of an IPA with the clean, dry finish of a traditional lager. Larry, oh, you didn't pour the full cup, so I'm assuming you didn't like the first taste of this one. Not bad. Ooh, that's like oh, look at that, Larry. Going fucking ham.
This is the best fucking one yet, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know.
Well,
you might not.
Fill everybody in. Fill everybody in on it.
No, it's nice and smooth. It doesn't have a real skunky taste. The flavor's not bad. Yeah. I might be able to drink some of these, you know?
Here's the color on that one. Let's give it a shot.
It might not be potent enough for you, but hell, I'm a lightweight.
No, it is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it's actually not bad. Yeah, you do get that that IPA kind of taste to it, but like you said, it's not that skunky IPA kind of taste, I guess. And you do kind of get like the flavor and smoothness of a lager in there too. So it's like an IPA, but it's smoother and more, I don't know, juicy is the way to say it. But you know,
right.
It's not dry. It's very smooth. You definitely taste both, like an IPA and a lager in here. It's like if you mix like an IPA with Budweiser almost, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a Mick Ultra.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it is definitely smooth. It's got a nice. It looks like a lager. You know, it's not clear like less yet, or not as light as a normal IPA. It is darker than like an. Oh God, I'm horrible today.
Beaten. That's all, folks.
Jesus Christ, this is bad.
I can actually drink that.
Yeah, it's fuck it. I give up. I can't. I'm failing at life today, guys. God damn. What are you gonna give this on a scale of 1 to 10, Larry?
I mean, this is the best one that I think yet. I got to give it like a 9.1, man.
9.1.
Yeah.
Okay, 9.1. I'm gonna go a solid 8.5 on it. Just because, you know, if you like, come on, Ricky, fuck,
get the weekend off your mind, Ricky. Focus.
It's so hard. Let me try this again. Breathe. If you like IPAs, but you don't like the skunky kind of taste to it, you will enjoy this beer. This
is Pillow Talk.
It is smoother. Easier to drink than a normal IPA. I can't talk, dude.
And it fills your mouth wonderfully.
It's great for the palate. It's a very juicy beer. You know, there is a lot of flavor to it. You know, rather than the potpourri kind of IPA plant taste, it does taste like there is, you know, like some kind of citrus or juice element in there somewhere. You know, it tastes like an IPA, but with actual more flavor to it. So I definitely pick it up if you're into IPAs, but you want something a little bit different flavor profile, or if you're into lagers and you want to kind of bridge that gap over into IPAs, and this is another good beer. This is a good beer for you. You know, this would be a beer that, you know, if you're into IPAs and you want to try getting into something else and you want to, you know, work your way into lagers or something like that, you'll get the taste profile of a lager, but you'll still get the taste of an IPA that you're into. And the same if you're into lagers and you want to try getting into IPAs, you know, this is a good bridge beer to kind of bridge the gap between a pale ale and a lager. So super cool. Larry gives it a 9.1. I give it an 8.5. Hopefully I can fucking talk and figure out what the hell we're going to do here. So we've done the nuts and bolts. We've done beer of the week. We've done the pump it or dump it. We have nobody to fucking talk to. Unless, let me pull my phone out. We're going to play a song and I'm going to send a text out to somebody and see if I can't get them on the thing here. So we're going to play some Fallen Stronger right now, 3 minutes later. I guess we can do it. And I'm going to get on the tip here and see if I can't get somebody to talk to. If you guys want to talk, you can give us a call, 313-829-0545. I'm actually going to bring up, because I didn't even have Skype open because I'm a fucking retard. My mind's obviously not on the show today. Okay, we got Skype up. Skype is ready to go. 313-829-0545. Let us know what's going on. Let us know your plans for the 4th. Oh, we can talk about plans for the 4th of July. We'll do that when we get back. Tell us what's up, what your plans are for the 4th of July. Chris Tucker in the chat said she dug the band. Super cool.
What goes up must come down eventually.
Agreed.
Sorry about that.
Well, it's a thing. What was I saying? 313-829-0545. You can call in, or if you want to do the Zoom thing and get on the video, let us know in the chat and get you the information you guys need to get on here, and you can talk to me and Larry about whatever the fuck it is you want to talk about.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So here it is, 3 minutes later, Fallen Stronger. The song's actually 4 minutes long, so.
Woo!
All right. We'll be right back with episode number 142.
3 minutes later at 4.
Okay. We'll do it. Fuck it.
over here. I'm gonna shift it into second gear. Arch your back, let me pull your hair. 3 minutes later, girl, I'm almost there. Woo! I'm almost there. Yeah, I can't deny it. Yeah, ooh, I look satisfied.
Yeah. All right. I had no idea, dude.
If you don't know, you know.
Yeah, you know now. I was talking to Johnny from OGO popped into the chat. He said he's going to eat hot dogs and potato salad with my ladies on my roof smoking joints, watching my neighbors ignite thousands in Chinese fireworks. America.
Boom.
So there it is. Johnny said, give me a few, just walk in the door. He was at Bacchus, I guess, today. So
Yeah, he was at that wedding, I do believe.
Oh,
or was that yesterday?
He probably stayed the night or something.
Yeah,
that.
That's what they do. They stay the night out there.
So whose wedding was it? Was anybody knows?
I don't know whose it was. I seen the Facebook post and stuff, but no. I don't know who they are.
Oh, okay. So Johnny is from OGO is gonna hop on the show. I don't know if he's gonna call Skype or if he wants to do Zoom or whatever. I guess we can just do.
Former member of Fallen Strong.
Yeah, this is like 2 weeks of Fallen Stronger here, dude.
No, it's OGO.
All right, so that song, Larry, 3 minutes later, what's that song about?
It surely ain't about me, baby.
Well, what's it about? Give us the thing.
It's just one of those songs where, I gotta come up with the song, I gotta do this. So, it's just my dirty ass mind that I got, that's what I came up with. It's really not about anybody in particular. Not me, just it was just what I was feeling, man, I guess, at the time.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a song for the less fortunate.
Yeah, it didn't, I was just going through, I'm like, okay, play some Fallen Stronger. I picked a song that was 4 minutes long. And then I played it, I'm like, fuck. There's my weekend.
Well, let's see, Ricky, are you a 3-minute man? I was kidding.
Can't get into this, Larry. So maybe we'll hear from Johnny from OGO. Super cool. They played the Crap Conviction CD release a couple weeks ago, and they're going to be playing again on July 16th. So in a couple weeks with Screw and Stage Drive.
Yes.
So super cool. That's over at PJ's Lawyer House out in Detroit. July
30th with Fallen Stronger.
Oh yeah, that's the
birthday bangaroo with Oscar Goldman, Gutter Swamp, Fallen Stronger, Vulgara, 10,000 Teeth, View from the Asylum, Forge the Sun, Creeping Chaos, Harry Queen, Catharsis, and Wooly.
Super cool, and OGO is one of the big headliners on that one. How's that make you feel?
Man, I love Johnny, bro.
They got billing above Fallen Stronger.
That's all right with me, bro, because you know what? Johnny is our original member of Fallen Stronger, and whatever he does and whatever he achieves, I support.
Super cool. So a thing that I did find during the break, just to kind of kill some time, that those questions that we were asking, seemed to be a big hit, and people seem to dig it.
Right.
So I found a couple more, that I can throw at you.
Oh, at me?
Yeah, just for fun.
Okay.
With whom did you have your first kiss?
My first kiss was first grade.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a girlfriend I had, believe it or not. Her name was Tina Balick, and I remember when she broke up with me, I crawled under the table and cried like a little bitch.
Do you really have girlfriends in first grade? Because you're like, what, 5?
Mic dropper, baby.
Jesus.
AKA panty dropper.
So take us through this. Take us through this kiss. 5-year-old Larry Smith.
It was one of those things where I went over her house. in the backyard. I brought her some cookies because I thought that was the thing to do back then, and we were swinging on the swing set, and she reached over and gave me a kiss. And I was like, oh, shit.
Was it any good or wasn't?
It was just a little peck.
Okay.
And then the next day she broke up with me. And I cried.
Like, how does a 5-year-old break up with somebody? Obviously, they don't say, hey, we can't see each other anymore.
Well, the thing was, it was like there was this popular kid named Tim Murray. And she's like, oh, I got to break up with you because I'm going to go on with Tim now. I'm like, what the fuck? You just broke my little heart.
Do you know what this Tim guy's up to now?
He actually, in 9th grade. Yeah.
Damn, she picked the wrong guy.
Guess so.
Okay, so that's a thing. See, my mind's not fucking 1st grade. I was fucking...
Bro, I lost my virginity when I was 14 to a 28-year-old.
Oh my God. Take us through that. How does that happen? A 28-year-old banging a 14-year-old.
It was actually my one of my friends'
mom?
Aunt.
Oh, God. So
it
how's
was
this
like one
happen?
of those things where, his name was Ken Woods. And we were over her house. We ended up staying the night there because we were, honestly, at 14, I was getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So, I ended up sleeping on the couch. It was just one of those things where, she comes in and lays on the couch and then, I guess...
Well, she reaches in your Lego underwear or undoes the onesie and your pajamas.
No, honestly, I was pretty popular back then, and I'm very blessed, ladies. I didn't say that, did I? But it is what it is,
Okay,
Hey, you
sure.
get a handful and you go, oh.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, that's the story on that.
How long was it? A 3-minute thing? Like, were you like quick to go?
Hell no,
or
bro.
were you
I go
like,
all fucking day.
Yeah,
And it's
14
got
years
a
old?
mind of its own. I can't tell it when to fucking stop.
It just fucking goes.
It goes.
Look at
and
you.
Goes and goes.
Look at you. All right, mine. See, you lose your virginity at 14. That's when I had my first kiss when I was 14.
I'm sorry.
Or wait, no, was it? No. No, I was 12.
I was gonna say, don't tell me you're 20, dude.
I was 35 years old. I've been married for a lot of years, and then she finally kissed me. No, I'm trying to because I thought it was one, but I think I'm not. I can't remember what the fuck her name is. Oh yeah, okay. So it was 4th grade. So how old were you in 4th grade? Probably 10. Probably 10.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, so 10. We used to do this thing where I guess it's going out, but we'd have like weddings.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing, and that's how you dated, I guess. That's how you got your, like, oh, let's have a fake wedding and now we're dating.
You know how I knew girls like me when they tried to beat me up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in elementary school, I'd be on the swings, they'd be over there kicking me and shit. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God. Are you sure they just didn't like you?
No.
So about 10 years old, I remember her name was Sarah Priced-Up. And it was recess. We were hanging out in the baseball diamond, and all my other friends were kissing their girlfriends. So I just did it. And she was like, pretty much like, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, yeah, no. And that was the end of our relationship.
Oh,
so
shit.
unlike you, mine didn't work out too well.
Yeah. Well.
So, the virginity thing, fuck, I don't even fucking remember. I think I was 17. I know that. And it was with Nikki. I think it was in the back of her car. Cause we just go to we were in high school. So there's nowhere to really go during the weekends or whatever. So we just drive around and park in parking lots,
Right.
and then, I think we were I was the passenger seat. Cause I just kind of went over and fucking did it. And in the passenger seat of her, God, what kind of car was it? It was a fucking small ass car, and us two, 6 feet tall, in this small little compact car. Somehow
it had cramps and everything.
Yeah, somehow it fucking happened. And I remember because your first time, didn't wrap it or anything. I didn't have rubbers on or anything like this, And I remember, finishing it up, and worrying that I got her pregnant. So that was like the big worry. So like the next day she went and got like the Plan B or whatever it is and did that.
The pill.
That morning after thing, she went and did that. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? Just like worried as fuck. So it was like another probably couple months until we did it again because I was like so freaked out. So yeah, another horrible experience. Ricky's not good with this.
Right.
You were asked to select one person as your partner for one day, and you both will be left on an island. Who do you pick? So one day you can have one person.
Could it be anybody?
Anybody.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh
my God, she was like my crush for 20 years.
Yeah, she's still banging though.
God, she's banging, bro.
Dude, she did that.
I'd lick her butthole. I ain't even lying.
Oh, okay. We have. I forgot. We do have Johnny here, so we're gonna get Johnny on the line here and see if we can talk to Johnny from OGO. We'll get back to this in a minute. Let's see. Let's see if we get him. Johnny.
Yo.
What's going on, homie? We have Johnny from Oscar Goldman Overdrive, formerly of Fallen Stronger. Just kind of going on the trying to figure out how to do this show. And Johnny popped in the chat. I'm like, yo, dude, you want to be on the show? So here you are. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just coming back from a very long but enjoyable weekend at Bacchus for the wedding was for Marty's daughter. Everybody knows Marty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Marty's daughter, Trish, it's his last kid to be married off, so that was a great day, and Marty had an awesome day. Everyone had a wonderful time, and Kim's son, Reverend Worm.
Yes, sir.
He performed the ceremony, and it was pretty awesome. He had us all laughing, and it was great, but yeah, man, I'm excited for Bacchus events coming up, as Larry was speaking of the birthday boogaloo.
Bangaroo, baby.
Bangaroo. Bangarang. Anywho, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, how do I sound?
You sound phenomenal,
great, bro.
Down?
No, you're good, man.
You're good.
Great.
You might want to turn your radio off because I can hear me talking in your mic.
Oh, you know what I should do? I got these fancy. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah, we can see you. You're good.
Now you can't hear anything because I got fancy headphones out.
Me too.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah.
So OGO, let's get into it.
Now I'm just like you guys.
Oscar.
Okay, let's talk.
Oscar Goldman Overdrive. Lineup changes. You're down to one guitar player now. Nolan Gilbert it was kind of motley crew. Either he quit or he was fired. It's kind of up to, I guess, who's telling the story.
Asked to leave. Yeah.
He will say he quit.
To leave.
Okay. So get into it. Nolan Gilbert, one of the original.
Does he say that now?
That's when I kind of brought up to him. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I quit. Fuck those guys."
Ricky wants the dirt. First right in. No lube.
No lube. Let's do. We're going raw.
Fill me cracking, Johnny.
Okay, so I mean, bottom line, it was just a difference in artistic opinion, and you can take that any way you want. But
now, give me the real reason.
We just didn't see eye to eye as a band. Well, that's what it was. We didn't see eye to eye as a band. The day that we sat down to, share our thoughts with him and ask him to leave, and tell him that we wanted to continue without him, he started out the whole meeting by saying, "I feel like I'm the only one with a realistic view of the band." He said that verbatim, and he didn't know what we were about to say. You know what I mean? So he said he had an idea, because we asked him to leave his gear at home, but like. It's just, you can only threaten to quit so many times before we just are tired of it. It's a stressful thing when a band member threatens to quit. You know what I mean? It's not something any of the other of us have done. And that was the bottom line. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. He's had a rough time of it, in his personal life in the past few years, and that we got to take that into account. But then again, we have our own band going on. We're moving on, and we want to do things. And if, you know, not all the members can do it, then we're going to get rid of that member. So that's what we did. And the band was started without Nolan, and we had a few songs wrote without him. You know, when we first started the band, I was never a singer before. As Larry was talking about, I started in Fallen Stronger a long time ago, and you know, I was in a few bands before that, but Fallen Stronger was probably by far the most fun I've had on stage, you know, in my whole musical career. I shouldn't say musical career, it's just been a local thing.
Yeah. Right.
But, you know, yeah, man, we've had a lot of fun times. Larry, man, opening up for Head P, and who else? Tantrix, all kinds of cool ass bands, man. Mm-hmm. So, Larry's not salty about anything, Ricky, that we're on the headlining thing. We were actually
not
one of
at
just
all.
the first bands that that we were one of the first bands that we were Mike approached, you know, last year. He's been trying to book us for a long time, and he has yet to book us, and he finally got to book us for a Bacchus show of all things, which is sweet. I love Bacchus. But back to the story. So when I left Fallen Stronger to start singing with OGO, I got a few tracks from Dan Pigeon and Jamie Brady and Chris, the bass player, Lucido, and it was great, man. It had a very slow Robin Trower but sludgier feeling, you know what I mean? And that's what really hooked me onto the music of OGO.
What songs were those?
First couple songs.
What songs were those first ones?
The Fire was one. Drone, Berserker was not one of them. I'm sorry. Action Slacks was a work in progress from Chris, and I really was hooked on that because, you know, the Action Slacks has a weird timing and stuff like that. You kind of, you know, got to be on your toes when you're listening to that song, and that's another reason I fell in love with that band was, you know, Chris's methods of madness and making music, and it was far different than anything I've ever been in. And coming from being a bass player, I couldn't have asked for a better bass player to come into a band too. I was just blown away. I was so happy. He played a Fender, a jazz bass with a maple fretboard. That's my stuff.
That's
right
Johnny,
there.
baby.
I love that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love it. That's me all day. So I was like, okay, I'll see this guy, and he's great. I love Chris. So shout out to Christopher Lucido.
Yeah, he's a great showman too, man.
But oh yeah, I love him. So yeah, that's what got me hooked in thinking maybe I should front a band. You know, I've always been wanting to sing for a band. I could always sing. You know, I started in the church choir way back in the day, blah blah blah. But that pushed me over the edge, and I originally told him, no, I think I'm good where I'm at with Larry and Fallen Stronger. We got a cool thing going, although we just, you know, at the time we couldn't find a fucking drummer to save our life.
Right.
Which is cool now, because the
seems to be a thing with Fallen Stronger and is drummers.
Yeah.
It's like Spinal Tap. But yeah, I used to jam with Rich Sieg. He's a phenomenal drummer. I'm happy he finally found a good band to be with. So
I like that little dig there. Finally found a good band to
loved
be
the
in.
sludginess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
Finally found a good band.
I'm a little hungover.
Yeah, me too, man.
I love the sludginess of the band, so I wanted to go ahead and front that band. So once we had a few practices, and then Nolan came over because he was in a band with them before, Redfield Burning. You know, other than Dan, he was never in a band with Dan. Dan came from Mound Road Engine with you, Ricky. And so the music changed, you know. Nolan's a fantastic guitar player. He'll be an asset to any band that will have him, and he could probably do it himself, is what I'm thinking, man. He knows how to write every the instruments, all the instruments. He recorded our album all by himself, man. He did that all by himself. I mean, we did provided the music and stuff, but he recorded it all by himself in his basement. He did awesome. He's a fantastic musician. We just didn't see eye to eye. And he can find people that will see eye to eye with him, I'm sure. You know what I mean? He just, some musicians want to do, like, you know, the more online presence, make more songs and stuff like that. And some musicians want to just play shows, and there's different types of musicians out there. And I'm not saying who's what, but we're just different, and that's basically the bottom line, Ricky.
So I'm guessing you guys are a band that like playing shows, and Nolan's the kind of guy who would much rather just put it online and put the songs out.
He liked playing shows too, but he was also a fantastic creator, man. He didn't just write guitar. He would, lay down drums, lay down bass, multiple guitars. He even added strings to, a few of our songs, and a lot of cool stuff, man. The start of the album is actually his baby's heartbeat, I think it's First Sunday. Mm-hmm. And the album starts with his baby's heartbeat. That's cool, man. That's innovative. Who thinks of that? And so I mean, hats off to Nolan. It's just we decided to go in a 4-piece direction, kind of how we started, back to the basics, and we're loving the sludginess that we got back, because Nolan was a lead guitar player in the band.
Yeah,
he added a lot of leads and high stuff, and he was good, but without it kind of leaves more room for me to open up, for Chris to open up, and for just jams to happen, kind of like stoner rock jams, like in the vein of Corrosion of Conformity, Fu Manchu, where it's just, so the new stuff of OGO is going to be fun, man. Yeah, I can't wait for, next spring, next summer, when we're going to show it to y'all. It's going to be cool. It's going to be different. We're going to do a little rebranding possibly. And, but yeah, we're already underway on what's going on. We're still playing the songs that you all know and love now.
Yeah.
Without Nolan. And, got a few more shows. That one up at Bacchus, and then we got one more with Hillbilly Knife Fight.
And you got one with Screw and Stage Drive
at Beer Tent. I was just getting to that. Yeah, I was gonna plug that one hard. Yeah, up with Tommy from Screw. It's all I heard for Tommy from Screw. I love that guy. And
he's great.
Met him years ago when I started. He was fronting for 60 Second Crush, man, and they were crushing it all over the local scene. You remember Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
But now his band Screw has been, we've been trying to get on a show with them for a while, and we had to cancel one last year with them because one of us got sick, unfortunately. And so we're back up and doing it now with Stage Drive, which they're a fun band, and it's going to be a kick-ass night in Detroit. So y'all should get down to PJ's Lager House. What is that, the 14th? I should have had it pulled up in front of me.
You're good. We did have a question in the chat, or not a question, but Chris Tucker, Kelly Tucker's mom, hanging out. She said, ask Johnny, since you brought up Rich Sieg, ask Johnny about playing in my backyard with his band Useless.
Oh, God. That was such a great memory of local music for me. Like, Kelly was with Shudder at the time, and I was with Useless with Richie and Billy and Brad, and we were like, brother bands. We would share a lot of gigs together and travel a lot, and it was really fun. We had a complementing sound. Didn't sound too similar, but if you liked one, you'd probably like the other. We had a good time, and we did I believe it was a breast cancer benefit because we were all wearing pink. And I was dressed head to toe in pink. I went to Walmart on the way there and got anything in pink I could find that fit me. And it was a great night. And we had to cover a handmade stage with tarps because it started raining. And it was all during the Dream Cruise. And Kelly's mom lives, close to the Woodward Dream Cruise off of Woodward. So it was a maddening, awesome, fun day with so many musicians. And we look back on it a lot. Me and Richie will send each other pictures from that era and just kind of bullcrap for 20, 30 minutes about the good old days, the golden days. It's kind of like that famous quote, you wish you knew you were in the good old days when you were in them.
Amen to that.
Might have that's a good lesson to take from a lot of good memories of people that aren't here anymore. Is just live it to the fullest now. You know what I mean? And no reason not to.
Yeah, that was my night.
Thank you for bringing that memory up. Yeah, Miss Tucker, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. Yeah, that was a great day. And I remember Richie's dad's truck, or something. We had to get beer, kegs of beer. It was just great. So many bands there.
Nice.
I think Silent Divide might have actually reunited to be that was another band that Kelly was in for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget if that was the case or not, but yeah, it was a good day.
Wow, damn. So you bring you bring up the the good old days and shit like that. And that's where I met you, was when you and Richie were in Useless, and then you had that singer. This is my Useless story. I've told Johnny this 100 times. So I was in Dirty Whiskey at the time, and I remember this show very vividly. What was your singer? Was that Brad, the singer?
Brad Newman.
So it was one of those things, like Useless is playing like Dead Last or something like that. And it was at Simon's. Dirty Whiskey had played, and the place emptied. There was nobody there. And Dakota and I were still there. And, Nikki was there. And I think Dakota's girlfriend at the time was still there. And I'm like, he wanted to dip and go. And I'm like, dude, this band has nobody to play with. We have to stay. Otherwise they're going to be playing in front of Kevin and Meg. Right. at Simon's.
Yeah, that was like our third or fourth show, if I remember right.
Yeah,
and we were trying to get any gig we could.
And I remember, I'm like, guys, we gotta stay and watch this band. Yeah, I know it's 1:00, but we have to stay. This band's gonna play in front of nobody. So they used to have that VIP thing up there, and I remember I was sitting right in front of it. And
it looked like a little mini strip club in there at the time.
and so I'm sitting there. And, watching you guys, I'm in the bag, I'm just fucking hammering them back. This was, 10 years ago or something like that. And then Brad says something along the lines of, unlike some people, we don't have to dress like fucking idiots to get attention. Obviously me, because here I am with makeup on and boas and all this big shit, and he says something like, we don't have to dress like idiots to get attention.
I thought he was talking about me at first. I really did. I thought he was like talking shit about me for some reason. It caught me off guard because, I don't dress like the rest of the kids in class usually, but I'm not over the top like Mr. Rikki ROXX. Absolutely. And then when I understood what he said, I got pissed.
Yeah.
Like pissed. But go on with the story, man.
So at this point, my rage goes through the roof, and I'm just like, fuck it, everybody, let's go.
Understandable.
And so me, Nikki, Dakota, and his girlfriend, we walked out the fucking door, and Useless played the rest of the show in front of nobody except Kevin and the bartenders who were cleaning up. And on the way out, I'm like, fuck you.
We didn't finish the set.
Oh, you didn't?
We did not finish the set that night, I don't think. No, that's the only time I think in my... I've been playing about a little over 15 years now, and yeah, that's the only time we did not finish the set. Now, my first show ever with any band was in 2005 at the Painted Lady with a band called Not to Be Found. And Ryan Arini from Hell Rides North hooked me up with this band, and because his mom, or not his mom, his mother's sister, his aunt Barb was playing the drums, and she was in a lot of cool bands back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And we interrupted the set because a fight had broken out between a girl and a guy, and one of the members of the band had to drive her home because he knew her, and then I drove her home, came back, finished the set.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
that was probably the worst show ever. Also my first show, so the first was the worst, so that was good. Got that out of the way. But other than that, man, that was my second worst show ever. Absolutely, without a doubt.
And then the big twist of this, after Useless breaks up, a little bit later, and who hits me up to start a band? Brad. The guy who fucking called me out and called me a fucking idiot because I dressed like a freaking drag queen, on stage. At the time I did anyway.
Useless turned into Mutatus, which turned into me getting a job at Tap Detroit.
Oh, nice.
That's what happened there. Yeah, basically. So I had enough of Brad and stuff like you said and his stage antics. He would, unfortunately take prescription pills and stuff and drink and then go on stage and slur words and mess up harmonies that we had spent hours and hours perfecting in, basements of cool chicks that we know. And just making me look stupid, like I'm singing the wrong thing. And I had enough. And I sat them down one day and I said, hey, I'm leaving the band. I can't do this anymore. You guys can find a new bass player. It don't bug me. I'll play any shows we have booked right now, but I'm quitting.
Yeah.
And then Richie and Billy quit with me.
Yeah.
Right then. Like, I did not see that coming. And then, yeah. So that was kind of cool. So we just kept jamming just without him,
Right.
So that was fun.
The first
And
time
then
I
we
seen
added Mike
Mutatus.
Tallow.
Sorry. First time I seen Mutatus. Hot Rocks, or the Ritz.
Yeah.
They didn't have a singer. It was just Billy, Johnny, and I don't know who was it Richie? Yeah, and you guys jammed out with no
Mike
singer,
Tallow.
bro. Oh, Mike Tallow, yeah. Yep, first time I seen Mutatus.
And it was awesome. We didn't really need a singer for the songs we wrote, and that was actually Kelly and Planky's birthday bash, I believe.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
It was.
It was a big Tiny and Plankman event, and yeah, Shutter played as well, and yeah, that's cool. You were there, man, and that's when I met Tiny, and they invited me on the radio, and they kept inviting me on the radio. So
yeah. So you brought this up.
That's how I eventually.
As a lot of you know, I got my start in radio 10 years ago on Tap Detroit. Olin Ezra gave me a job. Or not a job, he never paid me, but I was his phone screener on the Olin Ezra show when he was doing the podcast, and he went to live, and he was pretty much this. I remember he told me this. He's like, "Yo, Ricky,
When he was trying to be like a little Alex Jones.
Well, he was like, because his podcast was pretty much what we do here, bands and stuff like this. And I remember, when he was doing the podcast, and he went live, and he's like, "Ricky, I'm starting a network, or a channel. I don't know why I call it network, but it's a channel." And I'm not doing the band shit anymore. I don't even like bands. I just kind of fell into it. I don't even like them, So if you want to come on and do a rock show, the local band show, that would be great. I don't want to deal with bands anymore. It's fucking stupid. I'm a rapper, And so
it sucks though, because he threw some good shows in Mount Clemens, man.
Yeah, he used to do. That's what got me into. Got me introduced into podcasts and music shows, because he'd do shows at the
World of Olin Ezra.
Yeah, it was like and me emceeing shows. He's the one who actually inspired me to start emceeing shows, because he'd do that. He would book like big rock shows at like the Hayloft, which is long gone, but it was in Mount Clemens. And I remember going to see, it was the Pills. I remember the Pills. Phenomenal band, female fronted rock band. And the singer was his Danny. I can't believe I still remember this. Danny Catastrophe was the singer, and she was Olin's co-host. So I went to go see them. And then, because up to that point, I was just in bands. We just, band A would play, then band B would play, yada, yada, yada. But then Olin would get up on stage between bands and talk and shit like that and introduce bands. And I'm like, fuck, this is fucking cool. These people are going fucking nuts for this guy. So I'm like, I need to get involved with this guy, and I want to get on his podcast. So I'd kind of just like hang around him a lot, like a fucking lemming child, and hung around him. And then he brought me in to be a phone screener. Then he's like, "Yo, dude, fucking rock music fucking sucks. I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore. You do the show and you can do that shit. I'm going to talk about fucking weed and politics." And which brings us to Johnny. You got a job, or I keep saying a job. You started doing a show pretty soon after I started at Tap Detroit. Maybe 6 months after I started. Yeah, go.
First, what happened was my first time being like asked to come as like a co-host was for the Olin Ezra show, Medical Mondays, which Olin Ezra had the Olin Ezra show every day, every night.
Yeah.
And on Mondays, it would purely be marijuana themed, and he would invite growers on and activists, and because this was back then when it was just starting to be legalized in places, and it wasn't even legal in Detroit yet. Dispensaries were literally being built as this, show was starting. So it was pretty, cutting edge at the time, for this budding industry. So he had John Sinclair. And if any one of you out there listening knows who John Sinclair is, he is a legendary hippie. He was in Detroit. He was arrested and given a ridiculous prison sentence for having 2 joints on him.
John Lennon wrote a song about him.
Yeah, exactly. John Lennon wrote a song about him, organized a huge freedom event for him with so many people playing, like I think Jefferson Starship, Jimi Hendrix, people like that played. And it was the who's who.
And
getting
John Sinclair
out,
was
and it worked.
also the original manager of MC5.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another cool tidbit to throw
Yeah.
in there. Yeah. So, that was my first time at TAP, was meeting John Sinclair on the Olin Ezra show, and it was awesome. It was such a great time. And then I was only coming in on Mondays because I liked smoking weed, and that happened to be the day I had off. Then no plans and stuff. And he liked, how I would color his comments and stuff and play counterpoint to things. And I decided that I was going to try to get my own show one day. And in the meantime, Kelly needed me to fill in, so I started doing
Is This Thing On?
I think it's called Is This Thing On?
Yeah, Is This Thing On?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And yep. And so I did that for a few months, and then Olin decided to give me the reins for Medical Mondays. I guess I had proven myself, and he wanted to do, more administrative roles in Tap Detroit and free up a few of his nights. And he stopped doing the Olin Ezra show every night, and still did them and the Tap Top 10 and stuff like that.
That was me. The Tap Top 10 was me.
But yeah.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was on the Medical Monday show.
So, yeah, that was fun time. We had fun back
great,
then.
bro. It was great.
Smoking and
I sold Olin a lot of weed too.
It was a very hazy time. What was that?
I said I sold Olin a lot of the Blaze.
Yeah.
All right, so take us to, since we're talking the radio thing, take us to the end of your time doing radio.
I don't think I've ended it yet. I'm here doing it now with you guys.
Well, doing your own show. I'm looking for the juice. I'm looking for the squeeze.
Yeah, Rikki ROXX wants the gossip. What else is new? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. So,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Olin, it's no secret that things started changing with different personnel coming to Tap Detroit, from other networks and whatnot, because it wasn't working out at one. If you weren't a good fit at Burger King, maybe McDonald's shouldn't hire you. Is
Right.
basically the theme of what I'm going at right here. So
pretty much what happened, I started Raw Radio X and started siphoning their shows.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you trimmed some of your fat, and it fell over there, and started, poisoning the well, in my opinion, man.
Fat
Things
being
just
the
didn't
key
go
word.
well,
I know exactly who you're talking about. The fat, definitely.
And so trimming the fat. So anyway,
shout out Snow Bunny.
Olin had a lot going on in his personal life
Yeah.
at the time, and he changed how he wanted to run things at Tap Detroit, and a lot of us who had been there, a long time, happy with how things were going, and then we had a falling out one day. It was on his birthday. He thought I was supposed to set up a live remote rig, and no one ever told me. I thought I was just supposed to show up, because that's what was said to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the same trimmed fat ruined that day for me, and he freaked out on me, man. So I walked away and I never looked back, and I've heard similar situations happen to similar DJs that both you and me, shared time with up in those hallways. So what can I say? Let's hear it, everyone out there in the virtual world, for Rikki ROXX, who's still doing it. There's not many of the OGs out there still trying, and you are one of them, still trying to promote the hell out of other people's dreams and desires, and out of what do you want out of it? You're not trying to get rich, but if that's a byproduct one day, I wish you the most of it.
Looking at the numbers, that's a very far-fetched dream, is to make any money doing this
Hey,
goddamn
man,
show.
sometimes it's not about like instant numbers. You gotta that slow climb, and someone will take notice that you did not quit. You've been consistent, so they might give it a bigger chance on some bigger network one day or something. You just gotta stop saying the F word so much.
Fuck, god damn it.
I know, all right, fuck, man, fuck.
I need a job. I need a job on satellite radio. That's what I need, so I can swear all I want. Satellite radio.
Cool.
And that's my big regret.
Well, Howard Stern's thinking of running for president, I heard. So, there might be a job opening over there.
I'll take 1/10
I could totally
of his pay.
see you.
Are you serious?
I could totally see you transitioning into shock jock, stuff and leaving the rock jock alone and becoming a shock jock, I could see that happening.
There's a lot of jocking going on there. Yeah, dude, that was my big regret in life is I turned down a radio job. I was at Tap Detroit and I turned it down. And I never got another one. I guess I put out there, I got offered like when satellite was first starting pretty much. And it was before Howard Stern was on it. He was still on FM. And Sirius was just a small little, like satellite wasn't a thing. The rich people had satellite radio. I got offered a job on Octane.
Ooh.
I did. I got offered to do a show on Octane for unsigned independent bands. They wanted to do a late night every day. Late night, like middle of the fucking night, like 3 a.m. or some shit like that. Independent music show, one of those like Motor City Riffs kind of thing that they do here, but like kind of more nationwide kind of thing. And they liked the way I talked and all that. But the thing was, I would have to move to New York City, and my pay was going to be, I believe it was $35,000 a year. $35,000 a year.
That's hard to leave and
$35,000 a year.
In New York City
that was a thing. I'm like, okay, so that's probably about what, $500 a week, maybe, before taxes. To get a closet in New York cost you about $2,000 a month.
All right.
So I'm like, I'd have to do this job just to pay the fucking rent, and I would have no money. I would be starving. So I'm like, yeah, no, but looking back, I'm like, man, I should have just fucking took it. And then after my shift was over, go open at McDonald's or something like that. And then I, who knows what the fuck would have happened. But here I am on fucking YouTube, doing a show in front of five fucking people.
You can't don't live with regrets, man. Now you know that if you get that opportunity again, maybe do it. Jump in head first,
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
I doubt that would have been your only opportunity, bro.
Yeah, it was one of those things, thinking, I'm like,
really rules.
Like, I was like, thinking back, I'm like, man, I probably would have killed it and it would have been awesome. And I would have got a pay raise and they would have put me on a better time slot at some point, and then I could just kick Howard Stern and all those other jokers on hair metal. They're horrible DJs. Sirius has horrible DJs. Horrible. I can't even listen to satellite radio because their DJs sound like they're in a fucking bathroom. And, Johnny sounds better on Zoom than a lot of those DJs. They're just like, all right, now we're going to play some White
With my
Snake.
soothing, silky, sweet baritone. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's not good night. Or no, it's not goodbye. It's just good night. Alan Allman, Pillow Talk.
Oh, man. Before I got these mics, I could just crank the bass like this and go, all right, it's the witching hour right here on rocks100.com. And we are going to play music to wet your cock, to slide easily into the gaping vagina in front of you. That's right, I'm Alan Allman, and this is Pillow Talk. Rocks100.com.
If you wanna get some, go no further than Fallen Stronger. Yeah, Mike.
Just don't be a 3 minutes later, man.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So, another thing I got to bring up, you brought up your time in Fallen Stronger. And,
oh, yeah.
What led to, I know you left that to do OGO. What was the decision-making process for you in leaving a band that you were into to do something, start a brand new band? Because there's, I've got the question a lot from a lot of people, like, hey, I love my band and all this, and I don't want to leave this for something that's unproven that I don't know if it'll even fucking work. A lot of people are afraid to move on from one project to another, and so they stay in a band.
Oh,
so what was the decision-making process for you? Because you and Larry are good friends and all that, and
he's actually the godfather to my daughter.
Yeah, and Dave Yanity, phenomenal, and the 500 drummers that have come in.
Larry stood in my wedding.
Yeah. So, you know,
Yeah, so-
leaving that band that you guys were that close to go do a new band, what was going through your head when you were trying to make this decision?
There's not enough hours in the day for me. I mean, like, some people can handle being in 2 bands. Look at Maynard, dude. He's in like 4. But, like, you know, even some local guys are in multiple bands, especially drummers. But, like, me, I couldn't handle playing bass in one band and singing in another. And, you know, I felt like one or the other would lose some of my creativity. And that's not fair, you know. And I couldn't give 100% to 2 different projects. Not me personally. And I wanted to do something new and different. You know, I've lived a long time as a big fat guy. I've been 300 plus for a lot of my, you know, bass playing days. And, you know, when I got like 330, man, when I got married to my wife, I was, you know, I needed to make a change. And, you know, I got hospitalized with type 2 diabetes. And, you know, like Larry was around for all that. He remembers, like, I had to make a change, and I did. And I reversed it. I'm no longer a diabetic. Well, I mean, I guess once you are, you always are. But my A1C is down below pre-diabetic range, and lost over 100 pounds, gained some of it back. But anyway, that's a work in progress. But I was always afraid to be the singer in a band. I never wanted to be the front man of a band because I was afraid people call me fat, stuff like that. And, you know, it took a long time for me to kind of come out of that shell of myself and not give a fuck what people think. And, you know, around that time, me and my wife, who had been together over 10 years, like, we decided that, we made a decision with a friend of ours that we were going to start dating her and become a polyamorous relationship. And it's been great. It's been amazing. It's been awesome, but it's also been a very big test in not giving a fuck what people think. And, you know, that was always a big hang up in my life. And it had nothing to do with Larry or the band or the music or nothing like that. It was just, it was time for me to, you know, come out of a new shell. And OGO, you know, gave me that opportunity. And I love it. I love having fun doing that stuff and singing on stage and not giving a fuck what people think. And it's great. It's great. I love it. And, you know, as far as people saying, you know, they don't want to leave something that's good for something that's unsure, well, what's life about? You know what I mean? Like, say if OGO didn't work out, you know, it didn't work out. It fell flat on its face. Even if Larry had found a bass player, sure, I would have weaseled my way back in there, just saying. You know what I mean? Like,
you did.
Like,
you did.
Yeah.
Because remember when we first started, you know, in 2016, we played I don't think you played a show with us in the beginning until I got rid of Marcus. And I was, Johnny, you know, I talked to Johnny. He's like, sure, I'll come back, you know.
That's right. Yeah, I did leave once and come back. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll just stay straight up. That's because me and the drummer did not get along. Like, I couldn't be in a band with that guy anymore, regardless of how much I love Larry. Like, I'll still be your bro, Larry, but fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Jay?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I still remember the day I came downstairs. You were down there, you know, with your bass, and you told me, you said, look, man, Head P is going to be my last show with you guys. You know, I want to sing for this band. And I've always loved Johnny singing. Even when he picks up his acoustic and he's singing all these fucking songs, I'm like, man, this guy is a fucking great singer, man. Like, so when he quit, you know, I totally supported him, you know, because I knew Johnny was going to knock it out of the fucking park anyway, you know. And then we had some drummer issues where
you were in the front row at my first show.
Yes, sir. So we had some drummer issues where actually Jamie Brady stepped in, drummer of OGO.
Yeah.
And he played, he was only supposed to play like one show with us. He ended up playing like 5 or 6 shows, a couple nationals, you know. He actually
started recording.
Yes, he started recording, which we went on to, you know, Metro 37.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, you know, like, you know, and I'm so glad, honestly, that Johnny did step away from the bass because...
Now you have Adam.
Well, it's not that I have Adam. It's that I have a fucking... a really, really good friend of mine that is fronting a fucking phenomenal band now and doing what he loves, man.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to step away from what you love to do what you love. You know, and
if I wasn't with Larry and Fallen Stronger, I would have never, saw Dan at the Loving Touch, and Dan saw me sing, for Fallen Stronger. I did some backups while I was playing bass, and he came at me, and if y'all know Dan Pigeon, for him to come up to you and start a conversation.
Yeah.
It's big, you know what I mean?
Right,
and Dan's a great guy, but he's just, he's shy. And he goes, "Hey, man, I'm thinking of starting a rock band. And we're looking for a singer, man. And, we want to do more rock and roll and a lot of metal bands. And I come from a metal band, and you're in a metal band. And
Metal
so
band.
I was like, yeah, send me a track, dude. That'd be fun." What was that?
No, just the way you were like metal band and all these metal bands. You're in a metal band. I'm in a metal band. We're all in a metal band.
I guess he does not talk like that, so I don't know why I was doing that.
Jesus.
Dan's great. We call him Hot Dan because he is the hot member of the band, and that's probably why he's so quiet. He has to live with such a big jock. Anyway, so he approached me at the Loving Touch and was like, I'll send you an email with some songs, and that's when I heard those first, few songs, and I sat down with Larry, and I was with John Versace, and we were hanging out on a nice afternoon like, it was today, and smoking some joints poolside, and I showed him these new tracks, and I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking of singing for this band. It might be something cool, and, here we are. That had to have been like 4 years ago now, and
2018, I think. Yeah,
playing shows together, so it's not like I left something. It's more like I grew on to something else. I didn't leave with bad intentions or anything. It was something I really weighed with for weeks, man, at home. I didn't want to, but I just couldn't give 100% of my creativity and creative energy to OGO and do the same thing for Fallen Stronger. It
was like, here's Larry, a guy who's never even fucking sang before in his life. Why can't I get on stage and do this, man? And you knock it, Johnny. You knock it out of the park.
If fucking Larry can do it, I can do it.
You're a total different guy, dude.
Yep.
You see, what made me want to be in Fallen Stronger was Larry originally, and I was like, holy shit, I get to be in a band for a local Henry Rollins. Like, this is sweet, man. Like, he reminds me of Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard and Henry Rollins with his delivery, and it's almost poetic words, but given to you with such aggression. That's what Fallen Stronger was to me, and I loved it. I was a very aggressive time in my life. When I joined that band, I just left my cunt of an ex-girlfriend, and I needed that. Yeah, so it was good, and it still is. It's raw power. That's what Fallen Stronger is, and it always will be. Right. So, but now in my life, I needed a little groove.
Right.
Put on some action slacks and start dancing around like an idiot. That's what
I actually gave Johnny a taste of the new song.
Oh yeah,
Band of Brothers.
Oh okay.
It's along to get some.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are gonna keep making hits. You guys got Donnie now. Dave's always chunking out hits. I saw you buy that Sweet Ice Man.
Oh yeah.
He's only gonna dive bomb harder with that thing. I can't wait to hear the dive bombs Davey's gonna be doing now. Holy hell.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Right.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, so
I can't wait for that show, July 30th at Bacchus
Social Club.
Everyone listening and not
Marlette,
listening
Michigan.
and listening to the replays. Get your butt out there, July 30th.
There it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got to forget.
Is there any other dirt you need to dig out of Johnny?
Yeah. There's one. There's one, and we're gonna get a little. We're gonna get a little personal with you here. This is a question that I get
as
from.
We haven't already. Okay.
I hear this from a lot of people who don't know who you are or don't know you. You're just the guy that has two girls with them all the time. And
fucking asshole.
And
I'm jealous.
The question is usually, are they like the two girls like sisters and they kind of hang out and with him? Like, what's the story? Why? And then there's
all right. I'll clear that air.
Then there's the
married
married
here on the internet.
Then there's the married guys who are like, how did he do this? How did he work this out? How does his wife let this happen?
Thing we hear.
It's like guys are like, dude, I need to talk to this guy and see how he convinced his wife to allow this to happen.
I know.
Let's get into.
Well, let me stop you. Let me stop you, because that's a good place to stop you, because that's not how it goes. I didn't convince anyone to do anything. In fact, my wife, and Kelly are the one that pretty much started this throuple relationship, and it took me not a long time, probably about 3 hours to really think about it and. Okay, this is a thing I could probably try. So, and we were hanging out with her for a while. We all fell in love together. And so they're not sisters. No, it's not a sister-wife situation. This isn't a religious thing, nothing like that. It's 3 people in love with each other, and can say a throuple. 2 people are a couple and 3 people are a throuple.
Sure.
If you want to get into bedroom stuff, I'll leave it at, we are 3 people in love and do things that people in love do.
There you go.
Damme.
So yeah, that's basically it. And
now.
Kelly asked us out. So it wasn't like me and my wife were out there hunting, like looking for a single lady that we could take home. It wasn't nothing like that. No, it was very organic and very natural. It was very beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's not for everyone, definitely not my mom, but yeah, she
God bless her, so
go
I love
for it
her.
one day.
Wow. Yeah. The throuple thing is tough.
Yeah, we've been together for over 3 years now,
Yeah.
and it's been great, man. And like any relationship, when you're growing, there's growing pains, and when you're learning to live with another person, and you watch sitcoms and read books and watch movies growing up and hear stories from your aunts and uncles and moms and friends about struggles they would have with their significant other.
Mm-hmm.
They did not write that book for throuples. You know what I mean? So, it's. I'd like to say that it's a testament to our strength and our love that we've gone this far, and I don't want it any other way.
Wow.
I love them both to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, and Kelly is a fucking sweetheart, man. I mean, so is Elise. I love Elise. No, I knew Elise first.
Well, he's just known Elise a lot longer.
Yeah, but Kelly, I mean. Elise works a lot, she's had the back surgery and stuff and whatever, and you're mostly to the shows with Kelly, but she is a sweetheart, man.
Yeah, lately it's been just me and Kelly at the shows, but that's changing. Elise is starting to come out now, and it's been great because she's been, seeing all the old people again that she hasn't seen in months and months, and
right.
They've been buying her drinks and stuff, so that's fun. Don't got to pay for them.
Right. Johnny, my fucking hero.
I love Johnny, man.
Bass player turned singer. That's kind of a transition I'm kind of trying to work out. And
I'm trying to play guitar, as you can see. You see these things here?
No.
Yeah, if you want to see Johnny play guitar, you don't see the guitars in the back there?
No, the weird framing on this, I don't see a lot. All I see is your face.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, okay.
But we believe you.
Okay, yeah, okay, there's guitars. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Cool. All right, guitars.
So, yeah, I've got a guitar assignment. Yeah, it's a new thing.
I can't wait to see that.
With some musicians you guys all know. So
wait,
very hush hush.
There's nobody listening. You can tell us what's going on.
That's not how that works, Rick.
No, it is. I'm actually.
You should know better, Ricky.
I'm actually looking at the numbers right now. There's really nobody. I think Chris Tucker's still hanging out.
No, I absolutely believe that there's no one listening. Rick. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you can. This is just a three-way conversation, a throuple conversation here. We're just three dudes just talking about rock and roll. What's going on, bro? Just three guys, rock and roll.
I've got a guitar assignment. It's going to be fun. It's just a one gig thing.
What the fuck does that even mean? A guitar assignment? It's like homework. Are you going to fill in for a band? Are you filling in for a band on a show, or you starting another band?
No.
You leaving OGO and you're going to now go play guitar?
No.
You're like, fuck bass, I'm out of Falling Stronger, fuck singing, I'm done with OGO, now I'm gonna be a fucking lead guitar player. Are you gonna be
He's gonna keep on going, Johnny.
Are you gonna play guitar with a band and be like, yeah, fuck this, now I'm gonna go play drums, and then you're gonna be like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go
waiting
solo.
3 years. I'm like,
he's actually not a bad
3 years.
drummer
I'm just
either.
sitting there playing. I'm playing a sitar in Ferndale. Like, yeah, fuck all you guys.
You're playing everything.
And then he's like, yeah,
No,
fuck this, I'm
nothing
joining
like
an
that.
industrial band and I'm gonna play keyboards.
No, come to the Bacchus Backwoods Bash, October 1st. Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
gonna be
there.
a fun time.
Nice.
Yeah, of course you will. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
I can't go to Bacchus. That place is bad news for Rick. Every time I go there, it's
The last time you were there, we shooed you off stage.
Yeah, horrible shit happens whenever Ricky goes to Bacchus. I know myself well enough that everything that happened last night will probably happen at Bacchus.
Self-awareness and self-control.
Minus the
it's not much
three-way.
space in between the two.
Okay, so
three-way speakers.
Yeah, three-way speakers. So OGO, you have the, Nolan recorded the first album that you guys did, correct?
Yep, it was called Spread. That stands for Superphallic Retrotastic Expialidocious.
Okay, that's phenomenal. So you got this new stuff you guys are writing, 4-piece band. When are we gonna be hearing new OGO stuff come out?
Again, spring, summer of next year is most likely what's going to be, if not earlier, but most likely then. We also want to take some time this fall to make a video. That's something we haven't done yet, and so many bands that have formed after us already got videos. So that's something we definitely need to do. It's overdue. We need a video. I need to get a little more sexier. Decrease my man boob cup size, and then I'll make a video. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely spring, summer. When we start booking shows next year, you won't hear many of the old songs. The ones that everyone likes, you will. I'm sure Action Slacks will still be there. Maybe we'll change it even up a little bit. Who knows?
Okay,
Probably
so spring,
not.
summer
I
next
like
year,
Action
new
Slacks, how it is.
OGO. I'm assuming a new sound because you brought out rebranding. What does rebranding mean? When you say you're
what I
maybe
meant by that was
rebranding the band?
we might change the logo around and make it look different.
Okay, so maybe getting away from
That's all I mean.
that funky 70s thing, maybe into looking like Metallica or some shit now.
The 80s. Yeah, definitely more like an Iron Maiden thing. Yeah.
Oh no,
oh Jesus! All right, so
But it's just fun. It's just fun to redo things every so often, clean things up, move the couch to the other side of the living room type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There it is. Larry, you got anything with for Johnny before we wrap it up because we are at 9:00.
Nah, pretty much. I love Johnny. I wish him the best. OGO is a fucking phenomenal band, and I can't wait to play with you guys on the 30th.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
We're going to have to get you on here again when we can properly promote that you're going to be on the show rather than just somebody like, yo, I got nobody. John, you want to hop on? We're going to have to do this again, get into all this again. I'll think of some more dirt that I can dig up and that you can expunge on. And so, all right, man, we're going to let you go. Get out of here and wrap the show up, brother.
My boy Craig says, what a great fucking show.
Oh, so Craig's the one listener. Okay, cool. All right, Johnny, we're going to let you go, man. You have a great night. Tell the ladies I said hi and have fun.
All righty.
Love you, brother.
All right, take
Thank
it easy,
you
man.
guys so much. All right, Larry. All right, Ricky. Rocks 100. Thank you so much for having me.
Take it easy, brother. All right, that was Johnny Reinhardt from Oscar Goldman Overdrive. Super cool. He made it through 2 hours.
Dude.
And it was actually cool. I wish people actually paid attention to this fucking show because then they would have got a lot of dirt and shit. And would have heard my completely awkward description of my weekend. It's a thing.
And I drink 2 beers.
You did. I'm very surprised you actually drank 2 beers. Usually it's pulling teeth to get you to finish one. Like I'll clean up. I'm like, geez, Larry had half a beer while he was here. Okay, so I guess we got to play some Oscar Goldman Overdrive now. Actually, he was talking about Action Slacks, but he has First Sunday. This is the first Sunday of the month. So we're going to play First Sunday. Larry, you got anything else you want to throw out there before we wrap this thing up?
Check us on July 30th with Oscar Goldman and all these other great bands. This is our last show that we're going to do probably for a few months. We got we're going to work on new songs for the new album. So,
yeah, the casting's kind of going. Jeff Land, fucking dude, he just keeps booking shows and shit like this. But we were supposed to stop doing shows and all that. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 shows left. So let me run these.
I think
down
you just said "fuck you, Ricky."
Yeah, there's like 3 acoustic ones. I'm not going to go to these. I'm not playing these acoustic ones. So because I'm like, fuck that. July 9th, that is this upcoming Saturday. We're going to be at Captain Script's office, they are in Port Huron, all night acoustic shit. So that's going to go on July 9th. July 30th, we're playing at the Joker's MC Clubhouse up in Port Huron, the East Side chapter. We're going to be playing there July 30th. August 6th, we're going to be playing Weckelfest. Whatever the fuck that is. It's a fundraiser for the Blue Water Music Awards. That's kind of like the DMAs of Port Huron-ish.
Right.
So we're going to do that. August 20th, we're going to be at the Music Factory in Battle Creek, opening for Tantric, The Lonely Ones, September Morning, and all that. We're the one local support on this thing. So that's August 20th. August 26th, we're going to be up in Farwell, Michigan for the Rock for Vets Music Festival with Non-Point, Saliva, Saving Abel, No Resolve, Critical Bills there. 2-day festival. So we're going to be doing that. September 24th, back up in Port Huron, Captain Scripts, the acoustic thing. October 15th, again at Captain Scripts, the acoustic thing. And the last show that we are going to do, I put the hard stop on full band electric shows. Jeff and Don can do whatever the fuck they want acoustic. This one hasn't even been announced yet, but it's going to be our last show until we pretty much hang it all up until spring to write new music, get videos, and a new album done. It's not even announced, but we're going to be playing at Diesel on October 26th with the High Life Social Club, Rick Pernetta. We're going to be doing that. I don't know any more details on it. It's not even announced. I know casting is going to be doing it, and High Life Social Club, Jamie Brady, and whoever else he has in his band. So that's going to be October 26th, Halloween weekend, the last Casting Shadows full electric band show that we're going to be doing until next year.
Nice.
So super cool. I tell Jeff to knock it off, and he just books more fucking shows.
Knock it off, Jeff.
So we have 8 fucking shows left. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to close this thing with some Oscar Goldman Overdrive first Sunday. Thank you to Johnny from OGO for popping on last minute and helping us fill our last hour of the show. Next week on the show, we'll be talking to Donnie Carnes. The Fallen Stronger takeover continues.
Yeah, all about Fallen Stronger.
Yeah. We're going to be talking to him and going to try to get some juice out of that guy.
I'm sure he'll talk about all his other bands too,
Yeah,
he's been in a few.
Yeah, we're gonna deep
6
dive.
Mile.
We're gonna deep
Blender.
Oh, he was in that band too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
God, man. Okay.
Dirt, Fallen Stronger.
We're gonna get into all that, and it's gonna be. I think you're gonna have to prepare yourself for this one.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be.
It'll
juicy.
be a good show.
It's gonna be juicy. So it's gonna be super cool. We'll have an all new Pump It or Dumb Band of the Week, all new Beer of the Week, all new Nuts and Bolts and Harsh Truths. I will be here. Larry will be here. Donnie will be on the Zoom tip, and hopefully we don't get banned from YouTube because of Donnie Carnes.
We might.
All right. So first Sunday, Oscar Goldman Overdrive. We're getting out of here. I'm gonna go back to bed. Everybody,
I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, thank God.
I think I have a buzz.
Thank God I'm off tomorrow. Everybody have a good 4th of July. Anybody who's watching this or is going to watch it tomorrow, great holiday weekend. And that is gay as fuck, dude. Don't do that.
Hey, bro. It is what it is.
Oh my God. All
3
right.
in the tree, baby. 3 in the tree.
I don't even know what that means. All right, getting out of here, wrapping up episode number 142 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on rocks100.com.
Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. It's Ricky rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded locks. It's the Ricky Rock Show, spreading like the pox. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks, yeah. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks. Ricky rocks, Ricky rocks, yeah. Ricky rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.